I always love freezing into Sunday.
Especially now that you can.
Oh, God, yeah. Dude, I slept. I got some stuff done today. Like, I dumped the tanks on the coach. I mean, shitty job, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, they can't count as a break from your normal job, though, can it?
When I go out there and I've got to pull those valves, there's like a clear elbow. This is Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ. That is Adam. There is Steve. And I love the look on Steve's face already.
Yeah, the clear valve.
No. The valve is black, but there's a clear elbow that shows everything going into the sewer.
Just in case you didn't look at it before you flushed. Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's a good way to double eval. You know, you're like, I didn't know I ate that.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I remember being sick on that day.
Yeah, right? I did see some green in there. I'm like, I didn't remember eating that many leafy vegetables. Like protoplasmic turd, you know? Steve, this is RV life, buddy. I mean,
when growing up, we had a camper, and my dad always did that shit. I never had to do anything like that. I had to hook it up, but I never had to dump it. I don't think you trust him to dump it.
Yeah. I've been learning to work with my dad's camper because he's getting ready to kind of like tone down on it. But usually he goes and camps like 7 months out of the year because he's retired and can do that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, let's be very honest about it. When I get to the point that I can retire, I will probably be rolling with this a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And going and visiting places and doing things. Actually, starting towards the end of this year, I plan to be driving it more and using it more.
Okay.
But that's going to be more shakedown repairs, getting things taken care of, getting it right, How's it going, Volk?
Good afternoon, Volk.
That's kind of my goal, Now, like I said, when you open the Blackwater tank valve and you look and you got to watch that clear elbow.
You enjoy watching your camper shit, TJ?
Well, not really, but you got to sit there and watch it. And when it starts to slow down, then it's time to close the Blackwater valve and you open the gray water. Now, here's where that clear elbow comes in and really handy. All right. Okay. As that starts to dump the gray water, you watch that and it starts to show you where the hose is getting clean.
Oh. Okay, now you're going to have to explain. I thought it was all called gray water. Now we're hearing black water, gray water.
Black water is your toilet water.
Only your toilet.
That's only your toilet. So it's your piss, your shit, it's your toilet. Okay? Gray water is your sinks, your shower, your
bathtub,
your washing machine if you have one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought it all went into one tank and he just dumped it all.
Now, older ones did.
No, maybe that's why.
Older units did go into one tank, and
right.
But I mean,
I always just remember we hooked up, we pulled up, we dumped it out of one hose, and then we put a garden hose and filled the tank up. And
was it like one of those tanks that the tank was on the ground and it had wheels and you put a cap on it?
No, it was mounted up under the camper.
Okay.
And then we had one at the back that was where the sewer shitters was. You just pulled that hose out and hooked onto a coupler, then hooked it onto your dump station. Then you just took a garden hose and hooked it to another tank under it and filled your water tank up. So you'd have water. If you didn't go somewhere that you had water, you'd have water. Yeah. You had an internal pump.
Now, a little trick that a lot of people don't know. Put a squirt of lemon in that fresh water tank.
Oh.
Put some lemon juice in there. It helps the water from going sour.
Oh.
Yep.
I like lemon water.
Yeah, I do too. And nobody wants to drink sour water.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
brackish,
yeah, bleh.
stale, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes like it came out of the business end of a penis. Yeah, no.
Ooh.
I wouldn't know. I've never had that.
You never had urine?
No.
No, but
Not in my mouth. I mean,
I could share this secret on this show. We were given a product yesterday at the St. Patrick's Day parade. It was a new energy drink, and Dan drank it. He said, "I said, what's it taste like?" He said, "It tastes like apples and piss." Ew, I don't think I want to try mine.
And piss.
It was green apple energy drink. They were advertising Vox or something like that.
it's like,
This guy
how
was
would
handing
Dan
out.
know what piss tastes like?
That's what I asked him. I said, "How the hell do you know what piss tastes like?"
Did you get an answer?
Nope. He just went on about his business.
Yeah. It's like when
Maybe-
people say, I eat
maybe-
pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Exactly. You know what? Who's ever eaten shit? I've never ever licked shit. I've been the big fat dude that sit on kids, told him to lick that fucking white turd, but I've never licked it myself.
That's mean. Why would you do that to somebody?
Just to see if they do it.
Lick that turd. That's like the guy that we told to jack off a dog for a Snickers bar. He did it for 2.
I know a lady that did that.
Or no, he blew the dog for 2 Snickers bars.
She blew the dog for free. I said Donnie, I bet you won't blow that dog. She said, watch me. He laid underneath his belly and got him out.
That was one horny lady.
Oh, she was a hoe.
Is she married to somebody I know now?
He was right there. Kevin was sitting right there. We're all out there. We just got done fucking her in the ass.
Oh my God.
I didn't. Everybody else did. I just watched.
That's a way to turn yourself into a petri dish.
Yeah.
Good Lord. The lack of inhibition from people these days just never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. There are women that are out there now that are happy to become, sperm pools in their own anus.
Yeah.
Send them my way. Send them my way.
I'm blown away by it.
So this kind of leads into the question that I wanted to ask you guys today.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
So what sexual experience did you experience? And it wasn't quite what you thought it was. It wasn't as good as you thought it was, maybe, and stuff like that.
Any sexual experience with my ex-wife, does that qualify?
Wow.
I guess. I mean,
or with the dog lady?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, any sexual experience with the dog lady was just boring.
Really?
Oh, dude, all she did was lay there.
Oh, man.
It's just boring. You're trying to get into it, and she's like, yeah, do me. Yeah, do me. Like, would you do something, please?
like wiggle a bit, just a bit. Move your hips a little bit.
She's like, well, I could give you oral. And I looked at her. I'm like, no, I don't think that's a good idea there, Snaggletooth. You haven't figured out that you're not supposed to bite things yet.
It's like it's not a chew toy.
Right. Yeah, pretty much any sexual experience with her was just boring.
Okay.
Always the same position, always the same thing. She never wanted to change it up, never wanted to do anything. Just boring.
Okay.
And unsatisfactory. I give her a less than unsatisfactory for her sexual prowess.
Below average. Would not recommend.
She does not even deserve to be below Steve. That is how bad she is.
Why don't we let Steve find out for himself?
She can't be below me. She can't be below me. She can be on top of me, though.
No, Volk, not dog food lady. This is one of my exes. This is a common mistake. The dog lady.
Yeah.
The one that I was taking care of her dogs every morning. She had like 14 of them in a 2-bedroom house.
Yeah, she was like trying to start a dog sled team. That's how many dogs she had.
Yeah.
In Central Illinois.
Yeah, like you're going to go dog sledding in Central Illinois. Yes, the Central Illinois Iditarod was today.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Jamaica having a bobsled team. It just doesn't seem like it should happen.
It's only 34 degrees right now. Yeah.
Oh, dude. No, Volk, you have no idea. She was, wow. I mean, just the absolute worst. Like, she had all the books and the kinky sense of humor and everything and was just flat terrible at the act.
That's pretty sad.
Like,
I'm sorry you had to go through that, TJ.
Dude, I would not allow any of my friends to sleep with her. I mean it. I really wouldn't. Matter of fact, I don't think I would allow 2/3 of my enemies to sleep with her.
Why? Because it might be too good for them?
No, it's just that it's satisfying. She deserves to be alone. It is that terrible.
Wow. I say we let Steve test it and he can let us know his review.
Yeah.
Steve's
I've been known to turn them gay, so.
Well,
I've turned 2 of them gay.
I mean, she already did both ways at the point that I was seeing her. And she said she didn't like it from the other side either because same complaint. The girlfriend she had bitched at her and said, you need to get into this if you're going to try to have a sexual relationship.
It's not like it's a difficult thing to get into sex.
Oh, I talked to her ex-wife, and her ex-wife was like, yeah, she was fucking terrible at it.
Just a cold fish, huh?
Yeah, no, it's all about her. Like, now, I think Steve's ex-wife would be more fun than that one.
Oh,
really?
I don't even remember her talking during it. Other than, are you done? I don't even, there was no foreplay ahead of time. It was just
what?
Get in, get off, get out.
I do remember. Roll over. I gotta put a towel on the bed.
That was foreplay.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a towel getting put on the sheets, and I knew we were going to get to have sex. Doesn't mean I necessarily wanted it, but I wasn't going to turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. How about you? Your worst one.
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna have to say, I thought about this question a little bit because I hadn't posted it in the chat, and I thought about it. But I've had several, but probably the worst, I wouldn't say most embarrassing, was when I lived in Chicago. I was doing a lot of internet dating and meeting a lot of women, and one of these women just happened to be from where I used to live in Illinois. I get talking to her, and then we got to talking. Then I found out she was married to one of my friends. We kept talking. And stuff. Finally, one time she said, "Oh, I've got to meet you." I said, "I'm really not that far from Bloomington. I'm only because where I lived in Chicago, I was still way south. I was around the Joliet area.
So you were closer to like Bolingbrook,
right? I was closer to Bolingbrook. Right? So I said, "Well, I'm only an hour out. I'm only an hour and a half from Bloomington. Why don't you just tell me you're going to go to Bloomington on a girls' trip, and then drive on up here to Chicago?" I said, "You don't have to encounter traffic." She said, "Okay, yes." And so she did. She showed up. Oh, we was going at it on the couch and everything. She said, "Okay, we got to go to bed. We got to go to bed." So we go to bed. Well, of course, once I took my britches off, she saw that I'm not the most well-endowed gentleman. And she's, "Oh, I thought you'd be bigger than Joe," which is her husband.
Oh! See, I've heard a few of your stories. I honestly thought you were when you said you were in Chicago. I thought this was going a different direction.
Oh no.
I thought it was going with another one, and I'm like, okay, I know.
No, this is when I screwed my buddy. Oh, I tried. I mean, she sent me dirty pictures and everything. Finally, one day, well, what was it? She slept, and then after she said that, my little one, he definitely went. He went into turtle mode. So there wasn't much after that.
Oh
Then
shit!
she got up like at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, where you going? I thought maybe we try again. She says, no, this just isn't gonna work out. I gotta go home. I got all kinds of mad. I got all kinds of fucking mad.
Oh,
I start sending Joe these pictures that she had sent me. I said, hey, look what I just had. I had some of your wife's pussy, motherfucker. And he's like, what?
and then he's like, she's pretty bad at it, ain't she?
He's like, he wasn't really. Well, she did because he screwed around on her. She found out about it. So she thought it was always fitting that she go ahead and screw around on him. So that's why she did.
You know what? There should be a law. Like, you don't screw around with their friends. You just, that's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably best.
I mean, if you're gonna screw around, you gotta do it with unknown people.
If you can. I mean, ideally.
Yeah, I had some balls because Joe was a fucking. I was met him in high school. He was a fucking prison guard.
Oh shit!
I was really sticking my neck out when I stole it because I sent him pictures of her pussy and everything else. Look what I just had, So, I'm lucky he didn't come and beat my ass, but he didn't.
Yeah, you're extremely lucky, especially considering some of the things you've done and how you flirted with maybe being a guest in his facility.
That would have been rough, man.
Because he could have just said, "Oh no, I don't know this guy. Send him here."
And
I beat your fucking ass.
Before she came up to Chicago, I'd actually gone down and spent the weekend with him and his family at their house. And I tried to get I tried to get his wife in, but she said, "No, not while Joe's here." I said, "Just come." I was sleeping in her daughter's bedroom. I said, "You just come on in about midnight and just wake me up." She said, "Oh, I was taking a bath." I said, "Damn it! I knew I should have got up." Dude, I'll tell you, this was a strange family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they had a little. At this point in time in their life, their youngest was probably 8, 9 years old, and he did have some problems. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he had autism or what, but they would have to lock him in his bedroom. There was a padlock on the outside of his door, so that when he went to bed, he would get up in the middle of the night and do all kinds of shit. And they were afraid he would burn the house down or something. He would start playing with shit, and so they would do. I'm like, man, I never forget. I got up one morning, and his little fingers were underneath the door. Said, "Let me out, please, let me out." Dude, I got the key, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see that as a way of being a parent.
Right. They would just, yeah. But,
I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Bubba the Baker's here too.
Bubba the Baker. I bet Bubba the Baker's been. I bet he's got a good one. But yeah, that was.
I think everybody's got some horrible sex stories. I mean, really, I think Volk and Bubba the Baker both have a couple of them that probably make the hair on your toes curl.
Yeah.
Now, the worst relationship I actually Dog Lady ranks right up there too. God damn, she was just bad at everything.
I've only had really about 3 relationships other than my marriage, so they all haven't been. They've all been okay. I mean,
well, like I've kind of like dating and stuff and such. Yeah, I'll date here and there, but as far as getting involved and into a relationship, not until after Riley graduates high school.
Right. Uh-huh.
I'm not going to do it. Hey, if I get a chance for a one-night fling, okay, cool, I got it. Now get the fuck out.
Yeah. Right.
Or I'll do the smarter move and I'll be like, all right, great, I got some. Hey, here's $40. Buy yourself something nice. Walk out, get on a Harley, and come home.
Yeah.
But
$20. Damn.
I said 40.
Damn. That's
What?
50 for a blowjob around here. And you got to pay a half up front and then cash the other half once she's done.
God, that's all? Is it? Well, what is it for around the world?
$100.
$100?
Yep.
And you know somebody guaranteed that would do that for you?
Well, I was talking with a lady on Facebook the other night. Yeah. I'm assuming because I was asking those questions like that. It was $100 a night and anything you want, or $50 for a blowjob. Damn, I only got $25. He's like, I can't come down, but I said, well, okay.
$25 is just the tip.
I said, well, I don't have a very big penis. I said, well, that doesn't really matter, but
yeah, working girls don't care.
Yeah.
I almost want to send you $150 on the next payday just so you can get a piece of ass.
But the problem is, it would end up being a fucking cop.
It did?
No, it probably would though, because like I said, I met her off of she was doing a live on TikTok, and then I messaged her and told her I was from Illinois. Then she started messaging me on Facebook, and that's when she started. Do you want to do a meet and greet? And I'm like, what do you mean? You know, I said I charge. She said I charge. Shit. I said, well, how much? She said $100 for all night, $50 for a blow. And she said, do you host? I said, you can come over here. I don't give a shit. I got a brand new bed. Never been in. She said, I can host.
Broke in.
Someone's got to christen it.
And then you can sit there and play that new game. What's that stain? Go in there with the camera. Look, everyone, Steve's bed. What's that stain? It's a milk dud.
Now that would be hard to explain. Yogurt. Why?
So one night you ate
yogurt,
cottage cheese in bed. dropped a curd.
Yeah, cottage cheese.
How terrible. Oh, Lord. What did you have last night? Oh, guess that stain.
That's the lasagna, cottage cheese out of my lasagna.
Some of the ricotta.
I don't think I want to even know.
It's like, no, he was making fresh mozzarella in his bed.
Yeah.
And some of the whey splashed out.
I was hungry. That's just dead now. All right, Adam, you've been sitting on this. You want to talk about it so bad.
Since I asked, obviously have a story. Okay, so when I was 25, I actually got a girl to piss in my ear.
What?
Okay. Now, it cost me $4. I didn't realize it was going to cost me $4 because I only had $4 in the car, and it went missing. But, it wasn't that great. She missed. She had terrible aim. And
obviously. Why did you want Julie to piss in your ear?
No, it's not Julie. I was 25. So I was 25. That would have been during my first marriage. I will tell you this. It made for the weirdest Christmas I'd ever experienced. But I guess that's what sister-in-laws are for, huh?
Oh,
What? There's your sister-in-law on top of it?
Yep. Well, not on top of it. She went from the side. I mean,
like anybody pisses on me, that's it. They're out. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. It cost me a lot more to get my car cleaned after.
What the fuck?
Oh, pee on you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Now you asked her to pee on you?
No. She volunteered that.
Never allow somebody to pee on me.
Oh, shit. She said, "You want me to pee in your ear?" I don't like water in my fucking ear. No.
And you said yes?
Well, no, she just kind of did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you that bad at sex? She felt like she had to piss on you?
No. She has this thing with golden showers and giving them to people.
Oh, okay.
So she just, I don't know if you could actually say she whipped it out, but she uncovered the cannon and let it rip.
See, I would need an actual shower after that.
Yeah, that's what made it a weird Christmas. I mean, I was over at my mother-in-law's house.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This all sounds like you got to write down rules for cheating. I mean, it really does.
Say your wife was in the house, right?
Yep.
Rules for cheating. Rule number 1, never at home. Rule number 2, never at a relative's house.
Never at a friend's house. Has a ring doorbell.
Bubba says that sometimes he gets yogurt in his mustache and it turns him on. He's eating it and he gets horny as hell.
I prefer not get white stuff right above my lip. Okay.
Oh my god.
just in general, you know.
Well, be careful because if you ever do say you want white stuff over your lip, you might hear from 420.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna put brown stuff above your lip.
Well, we all know he knows how to back that ass up.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Well, he is Mr. Ass after all.
Oh, God. And of course, he's not here because he's watching the races.
Yeah.
So it shows his loyalty. He's not fucking loyal. And then the motherfucker tried to call me a fucking mole because I was on Tyler's show Friday night.
Oh, you were? I didn't know that.
Get him up there. Get him up there. Motherfucker, you know what? This motherfucker don't pay me a fucking dime. I'll be on any place show that wants me to be on. You know?
Like I said, I didn't know you were on Tyler's show. How'd it go?
All right. It was a fucking Friday. They got drunk. They all got fucking drunk. They wanted me to fucking. I said, "Well, I don't drink." I said, "I'll smoke," but fucking Will Hyatt and fucking Sage is there now. He's going, dude, you're like a fucking bobber in a lake. I'm chasing a fucking cat.
Say, I got an invite to that show too. I'm so glad I didn't show up for that.
Oh, it was a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
you had
Steve,
a whole bunch of them.
Like you, I don't drink. So being on a show where people are getting drunk,
right?
It's not my
thing.
Well,
Bubba was on. Bubba didn't like that. I was on there. I could tell he didn't hardly speak.
Well,
I'm the babysitter.
He must have a dose of DVD flaring up again.
Probably. Smoke up my fucking on the table too.
That dirty Van disease.
I'll admit it's the most because every time they were doing a fucking game or somebody'd say shot and everybody'd have to do a shot. Well, every time they did a shot, I'd take a fucking hit. Wow.
There you go.
By the end of the night, I was feeling pretty good.
I can understand that, you know.
Yeah.
I For very obvious reasons, I choose not to listen to it.
That's true. I didn't. Not like I went on there to discuss any other show that I was on either. I was on Tyler's show. That's what. You know.
I didn't view it either. Tyler had told me what the show was essentially going to be. That does not sound entertaining.
Yeah, for you, don't drink, don't smoke. You know what the fuck was a waste of my time there. You know.
Yeah. I like creating content. You know, let's have fun with it.
Right, exactly. That's all it was.
Now, if it was like them getting socially drunk, kind of loose, that has the ability to be entertaining. But getting blackout drunk is
Sue's a totally different person when she's drunk.
Who? Irene?
No, Sue.
Oh.
She's usually quiet. Oh, she's drunk. She's all about. She's rubbing her boobies in Tyler's face and everything.
And she's mean.
Oh, he didn't get mean, but they were drinking fucking Irish whiskey.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on to the grown-up side, kids.
I'll drink Irish whiskey, but I'm not drinking that much. I'm sipping on it.
Right.
They were probably drinking garbage Irish whiskey to boot.
Oh yeah. yeah.
Look, there's three I get. 3. Jameson is number 1. Tullamore is the second, and the third is Bushmills. It's one of those 3.
Try Glenmorangie. Like a 25-year. Yeah.
Okay. But let's see. There's another side to that too. I still have taste buds.
Well,
like if I'm drinking beer, I'm drinking a good beer. I'm sorry, PBR is not a good beer.
No, I don't like PBR. I'll tell you a beer I really like. I really like Michelob Ultra. I know.
If you want a light beer, Michelob Ultra is a good light beer.
Yeah. I used to like Bud Light, but
I prefer darker beers. So when I'm drinking beer, it's Shiner Bock, Amber Bock, Ziegenbock. You know, the Bock beers are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I've also had true Irish Guinness out of the keg in Ireland, where they put the shamrock in it when they were pouring it.
Oh.
I mean, that showmanship, and that we're talking a good. And I had one at the Shiner Brewery. They came up with a Shiner Porter, which is a black beer. Oh man, it's good.
I don't think I'd like that. I've never had it, but I just don't.
If you don't like that porter flavor, that's not.
I don't even know what the porter flavor is.
It's a black beer.
Okay. Does it taste like burnt corn?
No. It's a very, very dark beer.
I'll have to try dark beer sometime. I never had darkest beer I probably had was Budweiser.
I don't do beer at all.
Yeah.
It's not appealing to me, so I just don't.
Yeah.
Other people can. I have no problem with them doing it, but I don't.
Steve, it's very pricey. I'm going to tell you, it's about $15 for a 6-pack.
Oh, that's why I was thinking.
But if you want a good one that you could get up there that hasn't been soured by travel, Michelob Amberbock.
Okay.
All right, that's a good dark beer.
Okay, I do like Michelob beers.
Okay, and I would love to get my hands on some of the original Michelob.
Oh yeah, I did like to look at the original Michelob. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. See, Volk agrees. You know, the Michelob Ultra is good. If I'm drinking a light beer, that's the one I like to get is the Michelob Ultra. Now, I know a lot of people, they're like, I want Miller Lite. Dude, if I wanted urine that's carbonated, I'd call Adam's ex-sister-in-law, you know?
Bush Light.
Yeah.
Bush Light, bro. No. You might as well drink fucking water.
No, there's Fat 420.
Why aren't you on the show, 420? You can show up.
Dan got somebody to give him a
He has
Yingling
multiple.
during the parade.
He has multiple screens. He could join us and watch the race at the same time.
Well, I mean, I get Yingling once in a while down here. I'm not as much of a fan of it as the Texas beers, to be honest. I prefer the Shiner over the Yingling.
Oh, I'll have to try that Michelob. I could do that.
Yeah, Michelob Amberbach was actually, if you think about it, before I moved, if I was drinking beer, that's what I was drinking.
That also sounds like that's not bad. I make beer bread in the wintertime. Sounds like a good beer to use for beer bread.
Beer bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flour, baking soda, and beer.
I was going to say, is that beer meant for breeding? Beer bread.
It is full of bread or full of yeast.
Yeast, yes.
Well, that's a good way to get yeast infection.
Yep.
All right. So, now, all seriousness, flour, yeast, and beer, huh?
Yeah. And butter.
No eggs or nothing?
Nope. Butter. Real butter, not margarine.
Well, okay, that brings up the age-old question: which one is better, butter or margarine?
Depends. You want water? Add more water to your shit. Add margarine. If you don't want the water, you want oil. Add butter.
Yep.
Say, I'm a
4-tire Michelin chef, so I fucking know this shit.
4-tire Michelin chef.
Don't get this started. You started this shit yesterday.
Say, to be honest, the fact is
Friday,
the Michelin.
I was at the bar.
Say the Michelin Tire Company is the one who came up with the Michelin stars. So, and it was to encourage people to travel to use tires so that they could sell more tires.
Right.
So,
like I said, don't start this. I am going to float the idea out there, though. We've been discussing this.
Uh-oh.
Now, there's only one way I'm going to do it. And the only way I'm going to do it is if our listeners start getting involved, helping us build the program up, and spread the word of the show. Ugh. Yeah, like Keystone Light. I'm not a Keystone Light fan. No. I use Keystone Light for some of my cooking.
I do that, yeah.
But I'm not a PBR fan either. All right, so kind of back to what I was saying. I am considering this as a possible event that we might be able to put together and do, and depending on how the first one goes, maybe do it annually. But the listeners, you guys are the ones that are going to help us build it up. And if it's not to a certain point to do it, then I'm not going to fork the money over that. I'm going to have to pay to make this happen.
Yeah.
So I was considering starting with the first ever Mayhem family reunion and have Steve and I cook off. So you get some Texas barbecue, and then you get Steve's.
Don't even say pedestrian.
I didn't say pedestrian. I just said yours.
No, you have Texas barbecue versus Illinois barbecue.
Exactly. Midwest.
Yeah. Well, then I know what's winning. But no, I mean, don't get me wrong. And I say that, very prejudicially. But on the flip side of the coin, there are certain things that Steve can cook that I'm sure he's better at than I am. And there are certain things that I know I can outcook Steve with.
Probably.
And, we're thinking, a 3-meat, barbecue cook-off. 3 meats being brisket, ribs, and pork tenderloin. And we'd have to do some beans. And, we'll get some other people cooking. And of course, by that point, I would be driving up the coach. So there is a good chance I would have Squirrel with me on that trip.
Yeah.
And then flying in Irene would not be that difficult. So you'd have all of us together in one area where I'm also able to bring the equipment outside and set up and do a show live from where we're at.
Right.
Yeah, I would almost say 3 meats and I don't know, like 1 or 2 sides. Maybe not be specific to beans.
Well, I mean, the tradition in a cook-off is always beans.
Why can't we do? Oh, damn it!
But if I was going to do a dealer's choice on the fifth one, I'd do poppers.
Oh fuck! I lose that one.
I would do my homemade poppers.
See, there's nothing that would be stopping you from doing beans as a traditional Texas barbecue.
Okay,
right.
But that would give Steve options to pair well with the meat he's making.
Well, I mean, let me just go this route, okay? Steve, how fresh are the beans that you use?
How fresh?
Yes, how fresh?
Well, fuck, I don't know. Oh, don't go into that bullshit. You want and pick them in the fucking yard. And you find. I don't know. I don't read the can.
Okay, so you get it fresh out of the can.
My beans are, yeah, they're not. I don't soak them and then let them marinate in onion all day. And I put this can, add them together and stir them up and add a little bit of bacon. And yeah.
Ooh, no.
Oh, I've
got to do the soaking.
Mr. Professional here. Mr. Professional fucking room.
Got to soak them. It takes about 4 days of soaking.
Oh, my God. Nothing, I tell you, nothing on my menu is going to take more than 24 hours to prepare.
What? That's it? Do you? No, I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to let the food talk for itself.
Okay. All I'm asking is you give Steve the freedom to choose his sides. You come out with your best, TJ, and let Steve come up with what he's going to come
I
up
like that idea.
Well, I'm doing
as long as the 3 meats in question are the same.
Yeah.
Other than that, side dishes are side dishes.
So I'm saying brisket ribs and pork tenderloin.
No, brisket ribs and whole chicken.
No, the chicken is too easy to screw up.
Oh no!
Yes, it is. Chicken is very seriously.
I know it is. It. But I can do chicken better than I can do a pork tenderloin. Okay. That's cool.
No, I'm telling you, the pork tenderloin is. Oh, don't tell me. I was about ready to yell at this computer. No, the pork tenderloin, if you do it right, is actually a lot easier than the chicken.
Yeah. I was just thinking because, because you don't have a bone in your tenderloin, you don't have a bone in your fucking brisket either, but you have a bone in your ribs.
Right.
So I was thinking, and you have bones in your chicken, which means you gotta get them bones up to the degree they cook.
The thing is, like I said, the true traditional cook-off down here, you see brisket, ribs, tenderloin all the time.
Right.
Chicken is one of those that it's easy to do, but it's really easy to fuck up.
Just to fuck up, yeah. You can miss it just by a couple minutes.
I could see doing you have beef brisket,
yes,
you get some good pork rib, and then you have chicken. So you have each type of meat. And who
like
can
I said,
prepare them the best.
The chicken is very, very easy to fuck up because if you don't get it exactly right, it's Salmonella City.
Yeah,
but that's for the judges to deal with, right? It gets cut into, and if it's raw, don't eat it.
You got a point there. I know he you don't cut into your thing. You don't.
But I mean, I'm also saying that like one of the other things that I use is when I'm in the coach and I'm traveling, I have a portable pit that is like my big pit outside here that I use at home with the firebox on the side.
Oh, okay.
And then everything inside the pit is all my cook area.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
So that's another reason why I'm still getting the hang of the little one. The little pit the big pit. Once that thing hits 240 degrees, throw everything in and get going because it ain't going to stop all day. And it's even got a Bud Light tapper handle for opening and closing the smoke flue.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. That's our competition pit. And I mean, when that thing gets going.
That's one thing I wish that when we lost the house in fucking Granite City,
yeah,
I had built a fucking smoker grill out of a 55-gallon drum. It was fucking badass. And I was going to my mom's house, so I didn't fucking have nowhere to. So I just told Michelle to sell it. Fuck, I would love to have that motherfucker back. I love cooking on that motherfucker.
I've got to say this. Well, Bubba, if you could be the female judge, okay?
So usually I have Julie help me with that.
Because he's good at soaking his meat. He can go ahead and soak his meat all day long with whoever he can and then let us know which one's the best at the end of the day. I don't know.
You just let us know how that turns out, Bubba.
He might get a red face that day, too.
I think it's a good idea.
But I mean, I've gotten multiple awards down here since I've been in the cook-offs, and there've been a couple that we got that were best in show. That our team took best in show. And
I take best in show. So I show up with my cooking apparatus in my chair. So that's my show. I got it.
Well, I'm telling you, man, we're up and down. Me and my partner, we are up and down throughout the whole cook-off. Every 10 to 15 minutes, like it's finished beer, get up, go work the pit, sit back down, crack another beer open, get another shot. Oh, I'm halfway through this beer, back up, go do it again. I mean, we are back and forth from that pit. We start at 6 a.m. and we are back and forth from that pit until 4 p.m.
Okay.
I mean, we're dead serious when we're cooking like that.
Okay. You can't bring nobody with you other than Squirrel. I don't want you bringing all this fucking.
You don't want me bringing a barbecue team? I mean, if I did that, we'd bring the competition pit. Then it'd be game on. Then I might have to get plaques made, you know?
Well, no, at that point, it becomes less of a competition and more just a barbecue party.
That's a ringer then, you know?
Yeah.
I'll put together my own team. Me and Big D.
Big D.
We'll get some Wagyu and serve it.
Which is what did I read about that? That's 70% fat?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nasty. It's got a lot of fat in it.
No.
It tastes good. It melts in your mouth. But it ain't worth $400 for a steak.
I'll go to the go that route. I'll go to the meat market and get a couple more of that sirloin or a couple more of them ribeyes like I got you.
Those were good. I admit those were good. Those were good.
There you go.
Those were as good as the Wagyu that I had. So
I know the meats, which sounds terrible, but damn it! When it comes to cooking on that, we made a comment about this on Thursday, and I'm going to bring it up. Look, I started grilling, like really learning how to grill when I was 12 years old. And then by the time I was 18, I already knew what I was picking and what I wanted. And I started getting real particular about what I had on the grill and how it was done.
Right.
When I hit my 30s, I mean, game over, you know? Now I knew I was into smoking. I was into grilling. I was into the pit barbecues. I was into a lot of different stuff. Now here I am in my mid 40s. I've been competing with it and then picking up different stuff all over Central Texas from different people about different ways to do things.
Right.
Like I'm wearing the shirt today of one of my favorites, the Hog Pen Barbecue, which is in Lakey, Texas, which is right at the beginning or end, however you decide to take off on it, of the Three Twisted Sisters.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, one of my favorite motorcycle rides, right? And I stop in there every time I'm there. Grab a beer, chopped brisket sandwich. Usually pick up a new shirt or two while I'm there. I mean, I'm telling you, man. And I pick up little things from even him, and he does it professionally. And I'm like, hey, what do I got to do here? What do I got to do there? And he'll give me little clues that I add into everything I do.
Yeah, he just won't give you the game-winning clues.
No,
so
he won't.
Him.
No. The biggest thing that you have to remember with any type of barbecue work is temperature is key. You don't want to go too high on your temperature. You're going to cook everything too fast and it won't taste right. But you don't want to be so low that it's going to take you all fucking day to cook it.
Exactly.
Your perfect temps are between 195 and 225. That, if you could get it there and leave it there, cook all day and you'll have some of the best food coming out of there. And it'll be Julie's favorite word, moist. I'm waiting for her to yell at me now.
She's not going to. She can't hear you.
She can't hear me now. That's right. You have headphones. She can't hear me.
Yep. I mean, she can hear what I say in response to you guys, but
right.
I mean, now if I had said that and Squirrel was on, oh God, that would have been funny. Squirrel hates that word too. That moist.
It's a lot better than dry.
Yeah, I know. I'd rather have it moist than dry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lori, I'm in trouble now.
Lori, you're telling who? Squirrel or Julie?
I'm probably telling Squirrel, so Squirrel will come and beat me. Oh, she would have been. No, God. The only thing that makes me more nervous is if she was sitting here and oh, yeah, moist. Oh, she would have been swinging on me. You son of a bitch. Why do you keep saying that word? Shit, I got to bring that up. Put it in. God damn, I forgot about that. I got to put it in a novel the first time I did that tour on the air. Oh, no, Lori, I was talking about Squirrel. Squirrel would get mad. Like, diabolically
Julie would chuckle
angry
about it.
Squirrel
Julie's pretty
hates
easy going, so she'd just laugh at it.
Yeah, with Squirrel, it was one of those. You say the word moist. Oh, like she'll cringe. She's like, hey, I made cake. Oh, cool. Is it moist? I'm gonna kill you. Just disgusted by it, right? Oh, I got a shower last night. Was it moist?
It's like, no, it was drier than your great grandma's vag. What do you expect? Julie's laughing in the background.
Oh,
she just
God.
Let me say that.
No, like I said, Squirrel. God damn you, TJ! I'm gonna fucking kill you one of these days. 20 years later, she's still my best friend. And I brought it up to her. She's down, dude. She's like, yeah, I'll jump in and we'll make the trip. Let's do this. Let's make this reunion happen.
Yeah. So now we just need to get Irene here.
So what we need to do actually is we need to start building up the network. So I need you guys to start sharing the show and letting people know when we're on and build it up. And as we build the popularity, we'll start to move forward towards, doing like I think we'll start it off at first with like a 3-night camp out. And every one of us, the plan is to have every one of us there. Like, I'll make sure Steve's got a tent with an airbed and a rocking lawn chair.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm bring my own equipment.
Oh, dude, I'll get you a brand new lawn chair. Big boy style with the shocks on the back so you can rock back and forth in it. Have you seen those? Dude, those are comfortable.
Yeah. My dad.
Then we'll have Adam and Julie in a thin-walled tent.
I don't think you want that.
I
really don't.
I'll be right here in headquarters.
Between baby and Julie, there's just going to be a lot of screaming.
I've got very thick walls. I have 2 roof air conditioners that'll be running. I'll be sleeping. But we'll have Fat 420 there in the back of his truck. Actually, you know what would work for you, Steve? With your truck would be like one of those tent campers that goes on the truck.
Yeah.
So you put your air mattress and whatnot in the bed of your truck, and then the rest of your tent's like a sitting area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you could hook up a fan. You could set up a small TV in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could, and you could have a private place to masturbate.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I really want to keep people away, I'll start it. And once it starts smoking, it'll get all the mosquitoes away.
Again, I will be inside headquarters.
Good, because
I can close the door, lock everything down, and I won't get anything in here.
Shut that thing off, Steve. God damn.
So just remember, if Steve's truck is squeaking, don't bother peeking.
But yeah, if you guys did like those tent campers or those tents that you could put on the bed of your trucks, you and 420 would be set.
You don't even need a tent. I can make. All I need is a couple poles, some duct tape, and a tarp. I'm good.
Well, what I'm thinking is trying to get us set up at the KOA in Springfield.
Oh yeah.
So then we would have. They've got what they call a jumping pillow. They talk about it all the time in the ad. Of course, they have a full-size pool, showers, full hookups. I mean, they're level campground. It's actually a nice campground, and we will even invite local celebrity guests to come and visit if they'd like.
Sure.
I'm sure we'll talk about, if we're going to, like, who the judges are going to be.
Yeah, I think I've got that figured out.
So I didn't know if you had other people that you wanted to talk about, like regarding that.
Well,
chat, but
we've talked about that a little bit in the group chat. I do know one person I do not want judging because that person has extremely pedestrian taste buds.
Yeah.
I mean, pedestrian.
I know who that is.
Beyond pedestrian. Like,
well, I'm pretty sure that what's being made isn't dino nuggies and cheeseburgers from McDonald's. So,
Lori, I thought about that, and my end judgment was I do not want to hear them damn chickens. There are 7 properties around where I live that have 7 roosters, and I hear all 7 of them bastards every morning. I'd rather not deal with that. Yeah, no, yeah. The KOA would work out great. It's close to South Springfield, so we can get to where we want to go.
Yeah.
Anybody could come out and visit. I would encourage people to camp and stick around. And if I can work it out, I may even get a couple of musicians out there to do an acoustic set.
Yeah. Now, TJ, do you think we're going to be? Are you bringing meat up?
Oh, I will bring up my ingredients from here.
Okay. So, how is Steve doing this?
Well, I don't care. I don't care if Steve steals it out of his pants. I mean, granted, if Steve steals a brisket from Walmart, I want to watch this. I want to watch how he shoves a brisket in his pants and gets out the door.
No, hamburger I would be. No, yeah.
Steve will get it. I'll help him out with the cash, but he'll get it figured out. He'll pick his own ingredients.
I just go to Midwest Meats or someplace like that.
Well, you can do that. I know there's also the country market.
You mean county market?
No, country market. There's a lot of Amish goods inside of Springfield.
Oh, okay.
Humphreys, we got Humphreys.
Yeah. Humphreys has actually got a good selection.
Yeah, Humphreys is good.
I mean, they're not.
I wonder if one of these places, if we ramp this up enough, I wonder if any of them will sponsor Steve in this kickoff.
Maybe.
Just saying.
You've seen Steve smoke. Now see Steve smoke. But yeah, there are certain people that I do not want judging because they are. Well, let's face it, they have no taste buds.
Yeah.
Well, they have no taste. So.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple of people that were on the old show that I could think of that I'm like, no. One of them goes, "Hey, come on out. It's my birthday. We're doing a barbecue. Okay, I'm a barbecue fan. I love barbecue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's frozen burgers out of a box and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people think a barbecue is like a grill. And a lot of people think they're going to barbecue. I mean, they're just going to have hamburgers and hot dogs.
No.
Having a barbecue as an event in Central Illinois just means a grill is involved. Eating barbecue means brisket, ribs, that stuff. There's a huge difference.
Steve, if I called you, I was up there and I called you and I said, "Hey, I'm having a barbecue. Come on out to my house."
Uh-huh.
What would flop into your mind? First thing, what would be the first thing you'd think?
I'll bring beans.
I'm having a barbecue.
Yeah.
Come on over. Okay. I'm cooking. I'm barbecuing.
Oh, now you yourself now.
Yes.
I would have, if somebody else said that, if Adam said that, I would assume that I'm just going over to Adam's house to have something on the grill.
Right.
I would assume you were cooking something on your smoker. If you said, "Hey, I'm barbecuing, come over," I would assume that whatever I'm going to eat has a barbecue flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's true barbecue.
Yeah.
All right. So when I show up and it's boxed frozen hamburgers and hot dogs getting slapped onto a Blackstone. You call that barbecue? Well, it's done by propane and there's heat and I did it outside.
Yeah, but you're doing it all on a griddle. Like the same way that a diner would. It's not even a grill.
Look, the Blackstone I like for breakfast.
Sorry, Corey. Thank you for correcting me. Last I knew, Scotch is Scotch whiskey.
Whatever.
Okay, Tullamore Dew I could get along with. So back to what I was saying. Like a Blackstone I love for breakfast. I'll set that up, get it going. I'll put a dozen eggs on there, about 2 pounds of chorizo, saute up some onions and some peppers to mix in with it, shave down some potatoes and get that cooked down and cooked into it, mix it all together. Now we've got this big pile of food, right? start slapping down tortillas and making up burritos. Steve's like, huh?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But nothing about that is barbecue.
No.
And that's all we're saying. You can make good food on a Blackstone.
Like I said, I love a
It's
Blackstone
not barbecue.
breakfast.
Yeah. It's not, it's hardly a grill. It's a griddle.
But when I say barbecue, the pit is getting started. And I'm picking the wood that's going into the firebox. And I'm firing up that pit. And I'm getting it going. And it's game the fuck on. And Volk's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, the guy who invited you to that party, he should have said, hey, we're grilling out.
Yeah,
that would have gave you a slightly more realistic expectation.
So I was for barbecue, and I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna have barbecue.
Yeah, no.
I was highly disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm making corned beef and cabbage tomorrow.
See, that's a good meal right there.
Yeah. Corned beef and cabbage with new potatoes too.
And that will give. And what are you cooking it in?
Cooking with cooking. What do you mean? I'm cooking it in a crock pot.
With what's your fluid that you're cooking it in?
Water. What would you suggest?
Beer.
Beer?
Yes.
I never thought about that. It takes the greasiness away out of the corned beef.
No.
Yeah.
If you use believe it or not, like Keystone Light or Miller Lite, a cheap light beer. Cook it in that once.
I might have beer in the back.
And here's another suggestion for you. It's a little one. You can try it. If you want to add a little zing to it, throw in a couple pepperoncinis.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah,
I like
not many. Not in corned beef and cabbage. You do not want to use too many.
Oh yeah.
With the pepperoncinis, you do one or two. That's it.
I think I like that though, because I really prefer sauerkraut over cabbage. So I probably like the pepperoni flavor in the cabbage.
I think you would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like that.
But what I'm saying is you don't want to overpower it. So max. No. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Now, when I will get a good beef roast once in a while, get my crock pot going. And then you get 2 packages of the Hidden Valley Ranch, the powdered ranch. Okay. Cheap beer. Shit you're not going to drink. Again, Keystone Light, Miller Lite, that nature.
Yeah.
And it takes a whole jar of pepperoncinis.
All right.
Mix that all in. Let it cook for 2 days. You've got some of the best Italian beef you've ever
I bet. Oh, shit.
Man.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. That may be what the leftovers may become fucking Italian beef.
It's kind of hard to go from corned beef to Italian beef. Volk says he's making a corned beef sandwich for lunch.
There you go.
And Corey says, Steve, did you get yelled at for all of your cussing yesterday?
No?
I
didn't get yelled at for it. I didn't know I was cussing at all. We got yelled at as a group, but they said, fuck you.
Who yelled at you?
There was another people down about half a block from us that were using a microphone too. And this lady just come out of nowhere and come right up to our table and says, I don't know who you are, but you guys can't be being on a microphone the same time that we are. And I was screaming and yelling and turned around and walked away. Well, immediately, because Dan and Christina knows the lady that's the director lady, because where we set up is right outside their main thing. So he said, "Hey, don't worry about it." I think I don't know what. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I would have said, you know what? That's good. I don't know you either. Fuck off.
That's exactly what Dan. That's what Dan said. He said, We don't know you. Goodbye. Dude, come on.
Hey, Corey, I've never seen Louis Italian beef seasoning, so
Oh. That might be something.
partially it's because I don't look for it. I have that recipe that I've used for years, and it works. And it works for me.
Hey, if it works, don't change it.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. I will try different stuff when it's just me, but that's one that's worked. And I make sure I've got provolone and hardtack rolls to go with it.
There you go.
And that what's that, Steve?
I don't like hard rolls. I don't have enough teeth anymore.
Yeah, but if you have enough jus,
if you get some jus with that hard roll,
if you got some au jus and you're not dumping it all over your chair,
it can become very moist.
Back to the word moist we go. The parade officials at the end of the parade get on your ass.
Yeah, that must have been what it was.
The parade officials did?
Not the parade officials, no. The lady that coordinates all the kids that volunteer to work along the line to keep all the little kids out of the road.
Oh shit!
She's the one that we deal with, and she even uses our microphone setup to send her people out.
Right.
You know, she was the one, but she wasn't the one that yelled at us. There was another lady that was down the street further, but Dan stopped the gal that we knew, and she's like, just continue to do what you're doing. Just don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
we were not like we were talking the whole time. We were just, here comes, Ray would say it loud enough that they could hear it, air it. And I wasn't talking at her at all.
Let me remind everybody of something here real quick. When you say Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster in Central Illinois, these are the wonderful people that have brought you Jim the Photographer, Marvin Dumas, Hillbilly Joe, and Shit-Stained Steve.
That's quite a list to be a part of, too, Steve.
Right. So let's face some facts. Is this a clean show? No. It hasn't been since 1996.
Yep.
If you are at an outdoor function and you have a group there that is called Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster, somebody is getting offended. Get the fuck over it.
Yep.
And that person that gets offended may be cussing on a microphone. You motherfuckers put me in the back, you fucking cocksucker. You never know.
Oh, yeah. I had a good day today. I love being at these events because I want to get the best shit. Like I got three. I got three beer cozies.
Really?
One from the mayor, one from the sheriff, one from Don Gray. I got beer cozies. I got a Guinness beer. I ended up with 4 beer cozies, an ink pen, but now I have to learn how to write. And then,
first things first, you got to read first.
Yeah, exactly. And then a thing of what the fuck, energy drink, and all kinds of. There was so much candy. These little girls were coming over and putting candy on the table for me and Ray.
Nice.
They had so much fucking candy.
Did someone's diabetes come into play?
I'll be honest with you, Adam. That's really scary for me because I know you deal with it.
So you are diabetic now, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah, man. I've been on Trulicity and everything the A1C's been doing, but fucking Trulicity is one of those drugs that's you don't know whether you're going to get 1 month to the next.
Okay.
And my doctor says if you miss a dose, you got to go back and start over. Because you started at 1.5 and all that. Well, fuck. Of course, I couldn't get it for that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna. I have insulin and everything. I'll just have to check it more often now. And I hadn't checked it in a few days. I thought after yesterday. I thought, well, I think this morning from at breakfast, I'm gonna check my blood sugar, make sure it's not way out of whack. Fuck, it was It was only 142. I thought, son of a bitch.
Well,
I didn't eat a lot, man, but I didn't eat good, but I didn't eat a lot. Like I went to McDonald's and got breakfast, and then I didn't eat again until about 8 o'clock at night. I had a couple pieces of candy, but nothing caught me. Some reason I think it's because my teeth are getting so rotten. It hurts to fucking chew, so I can't put gum in my mouth because it just sticks to my gums. And I can't, but then you gotta suck the chocolate off of everything first to soften it up. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. But yeah.
I guess I'm fortunate because I'm on an insulin pump, so I just I refill it every 3 days, and then it talks to my glucometer and gives me what I need as I need it.
Oh wow, so, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
There.
Yeah, Mama. But I was suspecting. I was prepared this morning. I thought it's gonna be 300.
I didn't ask you to start.
You did the same thing last week.
Yeah.
All I did was sit down. It decided to go on its own.
It's tired of us talking about moist things.
I like moist things.
Yes.
All right. So Corey's in the chat room. He's saying that the location you guys were at was the clean area, the family clean area.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask a question before this all. Do you guys pick where you go?
No.
Or do the event planners pick?
Event planner, because we were in the exact same place we were last year. Right in front of Mulder.
It is not your fault. Exactly. It is the planner's fault for not realizing what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. We have a Gen X show.
Right.
And you have Gen Z parade.
Oh, yeah. I didn't.
They don't know.
Last year.
They don't know.
It was fucking madness, dude. I mean, by the time one time I looked at Ray, and there were so many people in front of us. I mean, we were right at the edge. I mean, if anybody knows where Mulder is, there's a big planter and a deck they have that sticks out into 6th Street. You can't drive in that road because you fucking hit it. But we were in that area, but there were people too deep closer to the road on both sides. And they were trying to push everybody back and push it. I mean, there was one time everybody was in front of me and Ray, and I thought, why the fuck are we even here? I mean, nobody can see us.
I'm going to ask, did they put you in the back again this year, or did you actually get to get up front?
Only time I had to sit in the back was when I got there early enough. I wanted to make sure I got there early enough to get a good parking spot. And really, I got lucky because they closed the fucking roads so fucking early in the morning.
Yeah,
I went at 9:30 and fucking downtown was already closed. Finally, I drove around. I said, "Fuck it, I'm just driving through the fucking barricades." And I called Christina. I said, "Hey, I'm coming." Okay, she told me where to go. Pulled up there, pulled right in, parking spot.
So I haven't made a St. Patty's Day parade in Springfield.
Dude, you would have loved it. There were two different motorcycle groups there. And another one too.
Black Pistons?
Huh?
Black Pistons?
It might have been. They all had.
There's a club here in Springfield called Steel Justice.
They all had cuts on. I know that. One of them.
Well, a lot of
one of them knew Ray. One of them knew Ray, and he came up.
Was it black and white?
No, they're all black.
But were the rockers white?
No, they were red.
Red. Okay. So you might have had A-Bait and Baca, honestly.
Yeah, that might have been. They were fucking. There was a lot of them.
Bikers Against Child Abuse.
Yeah.
Which I do support Baca. I support a lot of what Baca does.
And they were fucking. Those motherfuckers were crazy too. They was fucking smoking the tires. Everything. Wow.
Well, it's entertaining.
I'm not smoking my tires. You'll kiss my ass.
I want to go get one so fucking bad. Every time I go to the fucking doctor, I go right by Halls, and he's got about 30 fucking trikes sitting outside.
Yeah, you better get ready to grab your wallet for that one.
Yeah, I know.
Those trikes are minimum 30,000.
Yeah, I fucking know. I know. But if I can get the payments, see, when my mom dies, I'm going to get extra $1,000 a month. So I have $1,000 a month. If I could get a bike for $1,000 a month, I'd still be able. I wouldn't have no. My problem is I will have nowhere to keep it here. I have to keep it outside. There ain't no fucking way I keep it outside in the winter. I'd have to pay to store it somewhere in the winter.
Right.
I bet Halls does that though.
Yeah, Halls would store it, I'm sure.
Yeah,
well, I figured A-Bait would be there, you guys.
yeah.
And I would figure that A-Bait would walk up and say hi to Ray because Ray does their website work.
Yeah, somebody did. Yeah. So the problem is we had two leprechauns. Dan and Elliot. We had one normal size one and one short one. And the short one was me.
So which one was the short one?
Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was
Elliot would be the full size one.
Yeah, everybody was throwing candy, and he was throwing at people. He was throwing Lucky Charms marshmallows at people. Of course, they don't hurt because they're just little baby marshmallows. And people are like, "Whoa, what are you doing, you dickhead?"
God, years and years ago, if you go back historically, somebody on Morning Disaster on March 17th every year had to take a Lucky Charms bath. Dan would be perfect for that.
It's like, I'm not doing it. Sorry.
Ice cold milk and a horse trough, and you're coated in Lucky Charms and milk, and I ain't eating any of that shit. But there was a listener that ate it when Jimmy was in there, and Jimmy peed himself in the Lucky Charms bath.
Nope.
Jimmy told me about it later that yes, he had peed himself. Oh, Dan did take a Lucky Charms bath?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
Like the ice cold milk, he took the actual Lucky Charms bath?
He had really fancy. Yeah. Really fancy. He looked like a leprechaun.
Oh, it's probably magically delicious, Ask Christina.
Actually, I'd rather not know. I'd rather not know.
But no, the Lucky Charms bath was a tradition, and he might have done it years ago. But the one I'm thinking of, Jimmy did, and Jimmy said he peed in there, and it was right before the Puddle of Mud concert, and they gave away the Puddle of Mud tickets to the girl who ate it. After Jimmy got the Lucky Charms bath. And he told me at the Puddle of Mud concert, he's like, yeah, I peed in that. It was so cold. Like, oh, dude, no. No.
But I had to warm it up, TJ.
Don't tell Ray. He'll get upset that I peed in the Lucky Charms bath. I don't even want to know. I mean, dude, oh my God. I was appalled. I was actually sitting there looking at him with the look on my face of how the fuck do I know you? This poor girl just ate the Lucky Charms that you bathed yourself in, and you peed in it and did not tell her. I wish she would have put the spoon a little closer to my cocktail. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, God.
She would have found out the Lucky Charms had nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was pretty much Jimmy to a T. Oh, there's a fart. I cannot wait for Smell-O-Vision.
I can. It's cool.
The first person we will install smell-o-vision in transmit will be Steve's place.
My place always smells good.
So every time he rips a fart, it's going to transmit.
Oh,
is it going to smell like fart or like weed? Or just some wicked combination thereof?
Probably be a combination. And then Dan, Dan's always farting, so we'd have to install one there.
Sometimes, yeah. Like after the broadcast was done and we were finally getting ready to leave, I went to get up and I couldn't get up. Every now and again, go. I sit back down. It's like Brady's standing behind me. He's like, God, I'm like you're starting a motorcycle.
No, I think I got a good idea on what it sounds like to start a motorcycle. That sounds like jet propulsion trying to get blasted off. Oh, I can see the look on Ray's face when that first one flew. You did not next to me. How dare you? Oh man. So all in all, the parade went well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good.
That's good. And you guys, there was nothing you guys did to offend anyone.
No, not me. Now I know they made Elliot go up and talk to some cop that was blocking traffic in his leprechaun outfit, but I don't know what they were all taking pictures of him. I don't know what they had him say. No,
was he pointing back at you at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, the drone was out, so every time the drone, they were pointing at me. Every time the drone flew overhead, there he is, he's right here. And I didn't need to know that. We were there so early, they even had a fucking bomb dogs walked around checking garbage cans and shit. I'm like, damn, I hope they didn't fucking smell them. Hope they're drug dogs.
I mean, it's the nature. Unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast right now and what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
We're seeing a lot of these terrorist threats and everything happening again. And there have been incidents down here that it's out of control again.
Right.
Like us Texans are getting encouraged to carry again.
Ooh.
Yeah, not that it would take much encouraging for you Texans to carry.
Well, I mean, drunken Texans carrying loaded firearms.
That's not real smart there.
I think that's a great idea.
They should just go on ahead and deputize all you guys too.
I'll tell you what, Pilgrim. You caused a lot of trouble this morning. You could have got someone killed. And someone ought to belt you right in the mouth. But I won't. Hell, I won't. Steve, name that movie.
I don't know.
Are you a
Quiet Man? Quiet Man.
No, the last 40 minutes of The Quiet Man was a fist fight. McClintock.
Oh, I'm not much of a country western. No, I used to watch Bonanza. I like now Little House on the Prairie. That's a different story. I do watch that religiously. But
now you didn't have like fantasies about Laura Ingalls or anything, did you?
Once you growed up, yeah.
I like the preface there.
Yeah, I gotta give him credit for the preface.
Yeah. There was a time when I really wanted to be the maintenance man at the blind school.
At the what?
At the blind school, that.
Oh God!
That Mary and Adam ran. I wanted to be the maintenance man. The little girl. Right? Oh,
he had me hold a hammer. At least I think it was a hammer. I really couldn't see. but
it
I
had
think it had a
veins. All right. Fact is, I was watching an episode of Big Bang Theory.
Oh boy.
Where Sheldon tore apart Little House on the Prairie, and I sat there and laughed my ass off. Well, they didn't have phones except for highly populated areas back in that time, so what's he doing with the phone? Oh, peanut butter wasn't invented until after 1900, but here comes Laura Ingalls toddling down the trail with a peanut butter sandwich. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, he's tearing it apart.
Wow. There were a few things I wondered,
but not the fact that it's a TV show. And
how do we know it was a peanut butter sandwich show? I don't think it ever revealed.
Well, I don't think they were doing fatback sandwiches and bacon.
Well, they might have been just bread and butter.
I thought maybe, for years I thought it was bread and butter, but everybody says it was, it was peanut butter sandwich. I'm like, well, okay, whatever.
They could have portrayed it as a bread and butter sandwich and then actually had it be peanut butter.
But the fact is, if the sandwich flops like this, you're going to see the peanut butter because it's brown shit.
I don't think I've ever seen him eat stew.
Oh, there's a lot of stew on that show.
Yeah. Oh, no, Nellie, she used to be able to cook. She made steak and eggs at the hotel.
I don't know. I think my favorite episode of Big Bang Theory when it comes to Sheldon and Amy, though, was when Sheldon did the traditional Little House on the Prairie era dinner.
I remember
and
that
he
one.
cooked that for Amy, and then they both ended up with food poisoning. And then Sheldon's laying in bed. He's like, "Oh dear." Amy goes, "What?" Sheldon goes, "I forgot to put all the food away." And Amy goes, "What? Are you afraid it's going to go good?" They were bad off.
So congratulations. You gave him dysentery.
Oh, God. That was more than dysentery. Is it?
Which I have never given anybody.
Hang on a second. Really?
Really? I have never given anybody dysentery.
Really?
Okay.
Look the camera in the eye. And I'm looking dead in your eyes right now. Steve, has anyone, when you have cooked, ever complained about being sick the next day?
Well, no, to be fair to Steve, he only said, I've never given anyone dysentery.
Be honest.
I am. I don't. Let's see. Well, how do you know it was my food?
Well, hang on a minute here. Your
When?
testers.
When?
How about the one with the eggs?
Eggs.
Where the eggs weren't all the way cooked through or whatever? And your taste tester, yeah. I forget what it was. Cindy wants to know, do you know what dysentery is?
What the poops?
It's one way of wording it. Have you ever given anyone any type of disease or food poisoning?
No. Have I?
Yes.
Ooh.
Steve or Dan and Christina.
I don't remember. When did they ever get sick?
It was on the Cooking the Pores.
Yeah. cooking for the poors, not cooking the poors.
And you did one of the breakfast dishes, and it was a layered thing, and the eggs did not cook all the way through.
Oh,
and they ate it,
okay. I'm starting
and
to
they
feel
got
now.
sick from that.
That
I
was the
distinctly remember that.
okay. That was
to inform the crowd and Steve what dysentery is. Dysentery is often spread through contaminated food or water. A key symptom is bloody diarrhea. There may also be abdominal pain, cramps, fever, and general malaise.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
Malaise.
Yeah. I think that just means
I remember this because if I remember right, that was my experimental chorizo omelet.
Yes.
And didn't cook it all the way through.
Yeah. Now the first one you did.
Yeah.
And that's the one that you ate. But the one that did not cook all the way through, you gave to your taste testers.
Yeah.
And they wound up visiting the porcelain goddess for like the rest of the week.
Well, maybe. I remember the dish and I remember it happening.
Yes.
It's a possibility.
Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like anybody who cooks, let's be honest about this. Anyone who is a cook, you don't get it right every time.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
you are going to screw up if you are a cook.
Well, and generally, that's one of those things where you err on the side of overdone instead of underdone.
All right. Key things that you err on the side of overdone with: chicken and pork, any type of poultry and pork. Go.
And I was always raised. My mom always cooked. My mom told me that the pork, it couldn't be pink in the middle.
No,
but that's you want it to be pink just a little bit. Not bloody pink, but you can't. How do you get perfectly moist?
With pork, your biggest thing is your temperature, and you've got to have.
You want to get past trichinosis.
Yeah, you've got to get past the trichinosis. So you've got to have one of those needle thermometers to put in your pork and check your temperature. Right. And if it's over that for 30 to 45 minutes, I believe, you're good. And then and then you've cooked it out. Cindy wants to know, did Steve use the poop knife in any episodes of Cooking for the Poors? Steve?
No.
You want to try that again, Pinocchio?
Steve?
No. I don't believe so.
That is an acceptable answer. I don't believe so. So you're saying you're not certain.
I'm not certain, but it might have happened. It may have slipped in there.
That's what she said.
Now, me personally, I prefer to not have pink in any pork that I cook. So
I'm gonna give you a lot of credit there. Then you're good because
I do have ways of making sure I've still got some moisture in the food when I'm cooking pork.
Right.
But I do prefer to cook the pink out of pork.
Right.
Now beef is your game changer. That can be undercooked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And still be good.
Right.
It just has to reach certain internal temperatures.
Correct.
Right.
Now, and of course, my preference for a steak is mooing.
Me too.
Okay, so do you like it rare or blue?
Blue.
Okay.
Moo blue.
You like your moo blue.
You know what? knock its horns off, give me the horns for the front of the coach, wipe its ass, send it through, I will cut a chunk off, and we'll all be happy.
Okay, so you want it more tartar then.
I knock the long horns off, give me the horns, wipe its ass, send it through, I'm cutting off a chunk of that cow.
Okay.
Damn.
They say there you can even use like a little squeeze of lemon juice to cook the beef.
Salt.
Yeah. Yep, salt will do it too.
You can take salt and put salt on raw beef and sit there and eat it. And actually, that's really good.
The acid eats whatever,
Yeah. So, I do want to get a set of Longhorns for the front of the coach. I haven't made that decision. I want them. I want to mount them on the front of the coach where they're the grab handles for when I need to get in and work on the generator for the generator drawer. I grab the horns and I pull the generator out. I think I got those mounted on this thing when I bring it up the first time and Steve sees that, he'll get a fucking kick out of it. Look at them Texas Longhorns on that motherfucker. He'd probably take a picture. Ray, look at this shit.
Yeah, we should take a picture of Steve with his head in the middle of the horns in front of the coach.
Oh, man. It's beef is... you go rare. It really is a cook to taste.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love a rare steak. I'm not as big a fan. Like if I'm doing my jambalaya or my spaghetti sauce, I want it brown. I want the ground beef brown, but I don't want it brown to the point of not having any flavor left.
Yeah. Like
beef
I prefer. Yeah, I prefer my steak cooked like medium rare. On the far end, medium, nothing past that.
Right.
Like just not. After that, it might as well just be leather.
Yeah, Steve and I are both rare steak.
Yeah.
And that's a cook to preference. I know some people who they go, oh, I want my steak well done. I reach into the bag, I pull out charcoal, I set it on their plate, and I go, there you go, there's your steak.
Or hand them a piece of jerky. Here you go.
Yeah. Prime rib Pittsburgh blue. There you go. My brisket, I try to cook right at that medium to medium rare. I want to keep it in that area because if you do with brisket, you've got so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah.
Like when I put on a brisket, we're talking a 20-pound brisket is going on that pit.
Yep.
That is 20 pounds of beef.
Yep. That sounds like one single serving for a guy. Yeah.
That's 20 pounds of beef. That is equivalent to Bubba the Baker's penis going on my pit and getting cooked.
Oh.
The equivalent size. But no, and like I said, I try to keep it at the medium rare to medium point. And there are certain tricks you have to do with a brisket or it's going to turn out like crap. And a good brisket done correctly will take you I will address that comment in a second. A good brisket will take you anywhere between 12 to 14 hours to cook properly.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
let me put my opinion in real quick, TJ, and then I'll let you have it. Okay. If someone asks for a well done steak, I'm giving him a hamburger. Speak here. I'm not going to ruin really good steak by overcooking the fuck out of it. Sorry. No. You can either have hamburger or we will politely but firmly tell them to get off our property.
Steve, please enlighten me on your opinion with this
Oh,
before I open my mouth.
well, why'd you even order steak well done? Now it's going to taste like it. It tastes like it. It tastes like fucking liver. Gonna have a texture of liver. And why the fuck would you put ketchup on pot roast? If you put anything on pot roast, you put country bobs. Damn it! But I prefer to put nothing on pot roast. I like my pot roast with my potatoes
And carrots,
and carrots. Yeah, and carrots.
maybe a little celery,
Yeah, it's little. I'm not a big celery fan.
onion.
Yeah, onion.
Oh, onion. Yeah, love a little onion. Yeah, what the fuck? I hate. I don't like cooking shit for people. You know, especially with steaks. Hey, what do you want? Oh, I want mine. I want mine mid, bruh. You can get yours like everybody else. I'm gonna cook mine first.
That well done shit. Ooh. Like I said, Heinz 57, Cindy.
So now you're going to waste good ketchup on an awful steak.
Okay, let me start here. First things first. If you order a steak and it is cooked properly, you do not need Heinz 57. You do not need ketchup. You do not need A1. You do not need anything.
I am Adam, and I approve that message.
You shouldn't even need a steak knife.
Corey says he reevaluates friendships if they order well done steaks. Thank you. If a steak is cooked properly, yeah, a steak knife should not even be needed. You should be able to slice through that with a fork.
With a poop knife.
No, not a poop knife.
No, I don't feel like dysentery. Thank you.
I washed the fucking thing off. God, how many times do I have to say that?
Washing it off is one thing. It was still inside of your rectum.
Rectum damn near killed him.
Well, put them all on the toilet afterwards.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Cindy says at Steve's house, she just use her hands. Look, here's the deal.
Steak.
You should not need, really, a good cooked steak should not need a knife or any other type. And it should be perfect with its own flavor and whatever spices you add for cooking purposes only. Grill at 400, salt and pepper on each side. Grill 1 minute each, get the good hash marks, down the hatch. I disagree, Corey, because a good porterhouse is a great steak. Ribeye is one of my favorites by all means, and it's one I get quite a bit. Well, ask Steve. I buy ribeyes quite a bit. Steve knows how I choose a steak.
Oh yeah, that was good meat.
Well, I didn't get you the bone-in ribeyes.
Oh no.
No, I got you bone-out ribeyes because I was like, yeah, it's winter. You're not going to want to be outside to cook it, right?
I enjoy a good tomahawk ribeye, or if there's no ribeyes, then I'll do a Delmonico.
Oh,
Delmonico is not bad.
Delmonico,
but yeah, obviously my first choice is bone-in ribeye.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My second choice, if I can get it, is a porterhouse.
It's 2 steaks in one.
That's right. I've got 2 dinners right there.
Yep.
Unless I'm really hungry and then I eat the whole fucking porterhouse.
Yep.
Oh,
save the potato for later.
I don't know. I've never left steak on the fucking plate.
Right. I mean, that's just it. Like, I could cook a steak, and that's my dinner. Is I'll sit there and eat the steak.
Yeah.
See, there, Cindy agrees. She loves a Delmonico as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I absolutely. Yeah, Corey says he knows that bones give flavor, but you're paying for the bone. Not necessarily when you're talking longhorn beef, which Steve actually got longhorn beef when I brought those steaks up. Now, it's hard to get it throughout the year. You know, they're not always processed.
Right.
Most of the time, I'm getting Texas Black Angus.
Right.
But I was able to pop and I spent a little bit more than I normally did, and I got him the longhorn beef.
So they were good. They were good.
And I'll tell you what, if I have my preference, I try to get longhorn beef as well. But it's very difficult, and it is quite a bit pricier.
All right.
So most of the time, I'm getting Texas Black Angus. And it's mainly for the money side of it. But when I'm buying steaks, like I'll buy 2 and it's $50. And I'm bringing them home and I'm putting them up on the pit and getting them going with some jalapeno poppers.
Huh.
There's a little bit of that Texas coming back out again now that I've been living down here long enough.
That happens. That happens.
By God, y'all don't know what the hell we got to deal with down here. Sometimes we just got to put up with the bullshit. Oh man, I'll tell you what, like it's been insane around here lately. I have got to make a trip down to San Antonio soon. I really do. I have heard that there are things going on in San Antonio right now that would just flat blow my mind. And things that I have never seen in San Antonio happen. And I need to get down there and go look. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to go. Okay, so Corey says right now his go-to steak seasonings are, as I said, show it. His go-to steak seasonings is Dano's Primo and Lender's steak seasonings.
Oh.
Okay, really good ones.
That's great. If you could find a pre-mixed steak seasoning that works for you, wonderful. Steve and I we're 2 peas in a pod when it comes to that. And we're going to do our own.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I will say this, Mid-State Meats has a really good mix that you can get from them.
Okay.
But, do it yourself if you can.
Right. Okay.
Well, and I mean, let's face it. Cooking a steak is an art form.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking anything on the grill or the pit or doing true barbecue, that is an art form. It's not just, oh, I'm cooking, here it is. It is an art form.
Oh, yeah.
And you better know what the hell you're doing or stay the hell out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, here's the reason I would trust Big D on a pit. He was born in Texas. So he was raised doing what I'm doing now.
Right.
But he's been away from Texas long enough. I don't know if he remembers. But I would love, Big D he's another one. We've traded notes. Steve and I have traded notes. And this is the thing about a barbecue cook-off that I really love. And nobody gets it. You always change something a little bit here and there with every competition.
Yeah.
Okay. But when you're doing a barbecue competition, everybody gets together. Everybody's eating everybody else's stuff. And then when it's done, we're all trading notes.
Yep.
Are we giving away our big secrets? No.
No.
But we are trading little notes here and there. Hey, if you did this, that might help that out.
Yeah.
And I'm certain that when Steve and I have ours, we're going to do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Corey, cheap corned beef and smoking it. That's... Are you new to smoking or no? And what are you using as a smoker? That's my two questions. Like, Steve, are you new to smoking? Not weed.
Yeah. Well, me, yeah. Little,
okay.
Yeah.
So
I know. I have. But...
All right. So, I mean, like, how much? How much real smoking have you done?
Oh, what do you mean? How much? Pound-wise? Food-wise?
Food-wise, not weed-wise.
I know.
I know you know your way around a joint.
No, when me and Michelle were married, we were married. I'm sorry, we were never married. When we lived together, I smoked all the time.
Okay.
Smoked food. She made sure I had, like I said, I had the one grill smoker that I built. And then I also had a little, like, the grill to do was more of a jerky thing. It was a smoker. And then I also had a barrel grill, a barrel smoker.
Oh, the barrel smokers are what I started on.
Yeah. That's
And they are really good for smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey, you said you've been smoking for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Cindy says Steve has been smoking weed for infinity and beyond.
Only 30 years.
All right, but Corey, what kind of smoker are you using? That's my big question. Now, the barrel smoker I started with, that's where I really learned and kind of got the craft.
Okay.
And then I went from the barrel smoker to the pit smoker. And the pit smoker is by far my favorite. I love the cook. I love the barbecue pit. Because you got your firebox on the side, which is a great place to cook your beans. Open up that firebox with that blazing wood fire in there, and then drop the beans right on top of it in the cast iron Dutch oven and close that thing up. Steve's looking at me like, oh, shit, there's the ringer.
Burn the beans.
No. Not the cast iron Dutch oven.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay.
Now, TJ, for the beans, when you go to seal it into the cast iron Dutch oven, are you like sealing it with like some sort of fat, or are you just putting the lid on and letting it go?
Oh, no, I've got fat all around the thing before I put it in there.
All right.
No, no, there's a lot that goes into those beans.
Yeah.
Mustard binder rub and just pepper, and use drip pan to catch your drippings. Transfer to a ditch over and use the drippings and a Guinness and beef broth to braise it to the finish. That, you know what? That actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Start it on a Weber and drum and have a pellet now. Okay, now I know a lot of people that use those the pellet smokers. I really do. And they're not bad, but they take a lot of they're not bad, but they take a lot of the art out of it.
Oh yeah. Huh?
They really do. Because you got to set your feed, and that's about it. And it takes the art out of it. Set your feed, set your temperature. You walk away, it does all the work for you. That's the thing I love about the pit. The pit like mine, you build the fire in the firebox, you get it going. And then when it starts to slow down on smoke, grab another log and throw it in at what you're cooking.
So what type of wood are you using, TJ? Like an apple wood, a cherry? No? Okay. Gotcha.
We don't discuss our
We
wood.
do not discuss the wood. The woods are
I
different
use
types
pine.
of things. Use pine.
Oh, I'm loving this pine sauce. Pine sauce smoked steak. Oh.
Why does this steak taste like it was cooked with pine salt? God damn. No, there are different types of meat. Like now I will tell everybody, one of my favorites to use is mesquite.
Okay.
But mesquite you have to be very, 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 very careful with. Yeah, it does take your time of managing the fire out, but if you're paying attention to your fire, there's not really much management. All right. So again, going back to what I was saying, one of my favorites is mesquite, but you have to be very careful with mesquite because mesquite can poison you. Rule of thumb, yes, really. Mesquite poisoning is a big thing, and it's highly dangerous. It's neurotoxin.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So rule of thumb with mesquite. If you cut the tree down, you've got mesquite. Put it in a clean, dry place and let it dry for a year before you even think about cooking with it. You want it to dry out. Okay?
Okay.
Now, once it's dried out and you know there's no green left in there, re-soak it in water, throw it in on your fire. Nut and fruit woods are the two that you see a lot. Now, is somebody going to take a piece of black walnut and throw it in there and cook with it?
No.
Tried that.
Not that good of an idea, is it?
No, it doesn't taste very good.
But cherry.
But we just cut the tree down.
Cherry. Apple. Apple is very popular.
Pecan.
Pecan is a popular one. Hickory is an extremely popular smoke. Hickory goes great with about everything. You put good hickory smoke in there.
Some hedge apple.
What's that?
Some hedge apple.
I don't know if I'd use hedge apple. Have you used hedge apple?
Probably at some point in time. Probably.
I've shot them with shotguns.
I mean, what some of them I would not recommend would be like horse apple. You don't want to use that.
Yeah.
Peach is a very good one to cook with. I have thought about trying with pear, but I've heard mixed reviews on the pear, so I'm kind of hesitant. But yeah, peach is a great one to cook with. Like I said, one of the big popular ones that have been happening lately has been apple. Like a lot of people cook with apple.
Yeah.
Apple.
I cook with whatever I cut down. Whatever I cut down right out. I don't know what the fuck it was. Hey,
Corey says use your hedge apple to get some good hot fire coals.
Yeah,
and then go ahead and add your. Yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I usually start with what I'm going to be cooking with all day, and that's what's going in there.
Yeah.
And I will not, on the day of competition, I will not tell you what I'm cooking with until the day is done. And then I will tell you what smoke went into the food. But I have also been known to mix and match a little bit too.
Oh,
okay.
So it just depends on what I've got and what I've got on hand. And if I do mix and match, then we're gonna get some flavor. Like our last competition, our last one we won best in show at. We did a mixture of pecan, and we kept one mesquite log in the fire with the pecan to give it a little bit of a kick. And it went over big.
Okay.
It was a really different, but a bold flavor. And I was like, I almost want to mix hickory and mesquite. I think that would be the better mix.
Pecan and cherry.
Cherry pecan, you think?
Yeah.
I think apple
or even
pecan.
apple.
Apple pecan would probably be better.
Apple pecan.
I think if it went apple pecan, that would be a lot better.
Okay, I know I could get laughed at about this, but it's just a general question to ask you.
Okay.
Purely hypothetical. Okay. When preparing these logs or pieces of wood for smoking, and you said, dipping them in water to help them smoke. Okay.
Right.
Could you use other liquids? Like, could you use, I don't know, like a whiskey or a beer or something like that?
The thing with the whiskey and the beer and everything is it's going to burn up faster. It's alcohol.
Yeah.
You're soaking it in water and letting it get porous and then starting the fire with it. And that's generating that smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. You're basically cooking the smoke right back out of the wood.
Okay.
Like, Steve, I know you've done that a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're using a barrel smoker, you generally start that with charcoal.
Yeah.
And then you get your wood, and you've had your wood chunks that are soaking for 2 or 3 nights before you even start it.
That's what I did. I smell. Yeah.
You start the fire, you get it going, and then you throw your chunks on top of that fire and then set the barrel smoker on top of it with everything you're going to cook.
Okay.
And when you add charcoal, you add wood.
Yeah.
And that's how you got your smoke. Like I said, with the pellet grill, the pellet smokers that they've got out now, like Corey uses, and no offense to Corey, none intended, it does take a lot of the, in my opinion, the artwork out of doing what we do. If we're starting that pit up, that's supposed to be an all-day thing. Not I want this flavor, but I'm not going to go out and do the work I need to get it.
Oh, God.
Because, and then what I'm doing now with the actual pit, I am building fire with the wood I'm cooking with, which is giving me that smoke anyway. So I don't need to soak the wood down as much.
Right.
Right.
And it still gives me that hot fire that heats it up, and then I'm getting the smoke coming in. And Corey's absolutely right. You save the alcohol to pickle the cooks.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I've tried it. When I used the barrel smoker, I did soak my wood chips in a half and half water and rum one time.
Okay.
And it didn't really fucking do anything. So
it didn't really make a difference, did it?
No. I mean, you have to do half and half because it's alcohol content. You don't want to stick, some soaked fucking chips in there under a fire. Oof, yeah.
Now, so, I have actually smoked with old pieces of Jack Daniel's barrel.
Oh, well, yeah.
That turned out really good.
Yeah.
But on that note, and then looking at our time, and damn, we're having fun just talking about barbecuing.
I know. Hey, that's a good time to be had by all people. Learn some things.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Now,
entertaining and educational.
So again, I'll say this again now for everybody one more time. I would like to see in a couple of years us do what I would like to call the Mayhem family reunion and set up campground. This is a hypothetical idea. If you guys, the listeners, build this up and start spreading the word that we're here and we're doing the show, it'll be Steve and me in a cook-off on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to go head to head. Of course, everybody's going to pick Steve's food over mine because I'm coming in from Texas and this will be in Illinois. So
Steve will be a hometown boy.
Yeah, Steve will be the hometown favorite. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Corey's absolutely right. You start your charcoal in the chimney. You do not use lighter fluid. Lighter fluid makes your barbecue trash.
Yeah.
And what about like olive oil instead of lighter fluid? No.
Use the chimney.
Well, yeah, you can
Put your paper in the bottom of the chimney. You light it up. The chimney gets it good and hot for you and ready to go. And then you put your charcoal in. You're ready.
Because I've heard people put like some type of olive oil or whatever on the paper to start.
Oh, maybe. Well, I can see that,
but not on the charcoal.
So, like I said, as the show grows and you guys are spreading it around, we're here and we're doing the shows, which is Thursday nights and Sundays for now. I would like to do kind of, and what gave me the idea was, guess what this week was? The Luck family reunion. And by the way, Steve, Friday night, Willie closed it out right. Luck family reunion is on Willie Nelson's ranch every year. It is not cheap. It is not easy to get into, but it is a lot of fun. And I finally got to go this year.
Oh,
okay.
And Willie closed it out Friday night. And it kind of felt like he was saying good. It kind of felt like he looked good. He was up there. He was playing. He sounded great. But it kind of felt like he was saying goodbye.
I don't know about you guys, but I know the 14th was steak and blowjob day. I hope you guys got to be involved in that.
No.
I didn't get it either.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Blow myself? So, again, I got the idea from Luck. I'd like to do the Mayhem family reunion. Spread the word. We build the show. And you listeners, you guys are the biggest part of that.
Oh, yeah.
And as the show builds up and we get more of a following, I'm looking at a couple of campgrounds in Springfield to actually do this where all of us will be together, including me paying for the plane ticket to fly Irene in and Squirrel riding in with me. Of course, Squirrel will be sleeping on the couch, and I will be sleeping
my
in.
truck.
I knew you were going to go there. I knew it. She'll
sleep inside. I'll sleep in the bed. You can sleep inside.
Squirrel will take the couch in here.
Okay. I'm just trying to be friendly.
And Irene will take the couch in here.
Irene can sleep in there.
Huh?
You know what? If we're staying in Springfield, hell, they can come back to my house and just stay at my house.
We're going to be at the campground. We're going to have fun with it. There's a pool there.
Okay.
You're going to get to see Irene in a bikini.
Oh, damn. My dick's getting hard already. Yeah.
Beware the white little stain that's going to be floating around the pool if that happens.
Squirrel refuses to wear a bikini. She will wear a one piece.
Well, it don't matter.
Julie will be probably wearing a one piece.
I'll wear a one piece.
You know what? I might give Squirrel the money to take you shopping and get you a one piece. Just for the pictures. But I would love to do it, And of course, I am not going to discourage any other broadcasting that's going on. So my system will be set up and ready. So like for Steve to do Morning Disaster, he'll be able to log in and use my system and do the show.
Oh.
From the campground. And Adam will be able to do Strange Frequencies from the campground.
Weird, not strange.
Oh. We might do Cooking the Dysentery of the Pores. Barbecue edition.
Cooking the Poor Dysentery Free edition.
Cooking the Poor Dysentery. That's a good one. No, I'm serious. I would love to see this come to fruition. Make it like a 3-night camp out. Maybe get a couple of local artists to come out and do some acoustic music.
Oh, yeah.
Give away a weekend campsite for one listener. that's a possibility that's also there. But there's some different things in the works. So you guys get to work into helping us build this.
Yeah.
And I will, once I start seeing improving numbers, I will start working on seeing what we can do to make this happen.
Right.
And I know the crew is all for it. We've all talked about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everybody's really excited. And Steve and 420 are already fighting about who does Irene get to stay with.
But we discussed that. I thought Squirrel and Irene were going to be hanging with you, TJ.
What?
Just having a TJ sandwich, you know.
I'm bringing the coach, man.
Huh.
I think it'd be safer if Squirrel and Irene were camping in the coach.
I mean, Julie and I are going to be staying in our own,
right,
tent or whatever.
So that's what we got to do. Is
I got an idea.
You've got an idea.
Yeah. Whoever wins Smokermania, the winner gets to sleep in the coach. The loser has to sleep with the loser has to sleep with Adam and Julie.
No.
And that's it.
No.
I am not hiring the fire department to pick you up off the floor.
You don't have to hire them. You just call them. Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah, sure.
You do realize I've got an actual tile floor in this coach.
It's like, okay. I know who the fire captain is at that house. You don't want him out there.
No.
I'll tell you off air who it is.
Adam, final thoughts.
Okay, guys, listeners, we need you guys to step up on this. If you want to see the Mayhem family reunion happen, we need you guys to share this show. Because we all want this to happen. We'll do our best, but we can't do it without you.
Well put. Steve, final thoughts.
Yep. What Adam said.
If you want to watch Squirrel take Steve out shopping for a One Piece.
That would be great. I want a video of that.
Maybe have Irene join them.
To
get this
Irene
done.
would be looking for bows. Like, Steve, that accentuates your boobs.
Then we got to make this event
You got to make it happen.
Yeah, and 420, I'm sorry you couldn't be on today because the race was more important. Oh, this means another thing. You're not even worthy of this title.
Oh,
take
damn!
This title. I'm gonna stick this belt up your kazoo. I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, check me out tomorrow morning on Wake and Bake with me and Rhino. We'll be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X, you name them. Then I'll be back Tuesday with Ray and Christina, and I'm sure we'll be talking about the parade.
Suggestion here.
Matches.
Cindy's got a great idea. Matching one-piece swimsuits for all of them. That's an idea. Julie and Steve, Squirrel and Irene all in matching swimsuits.
We could have a swimsuit contest.
There we go.
I think Steve would win the wet t-shirt contest.
Oh, you bet, baby.
Oh, man. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and being a part of the show. We love you guys, and I appreciate every one of you listeners. Even when I might get a little irritated, I still do. We've got a lot that is in the works, and there's a lot that we want to make happen. And remember, this is just a place to lay back and have some fun. So, Thursday night at, I think we've been doing 9 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 9.
9. So Thursday night, 9 p.m., we will see every one of you again. Thank you for tuning in and listening. This has been Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ. That's Adam. And, of course, the Smoker Mania champ, Steve. And we'll see you again Thursday night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.